Hello everyone and welcome to another installment of Slammin Synapses right here. If you are viewing me through YouTube, you see a subscribe button up here. Click on that. Keep up to date with the latest ongoings at Slam right here. If you want to drop me a comment, you'll see a box below. This segment will be submitted for possible inclusion to the PW Insider family of websites. That's pwinsider.com, pwinsiderelite.com, and pwinsiderextra.com. Like I said many times before, the Elite site is a great paid site to go to. Lots of great audio, lots of great video. Doubt you'll be disappointed, because I'm not. I do hope everyone's had a great Thanksgiving out there. It's been a while since I've come at you with one of these. I did do a segment yesterday or day before regarding patriotism. If you want to check that out, feel free. Spread it if you agree with what I've said in it. If not, you're right. So, I'm going to get to my segment here. A couple of things I want to go into. First off, it's about WWE Network in a sense. You may have seen my segment called Open Letter to WWE Network. It was in the Slammin Synapses segment, but if you do want to check out my archives, it is there. I do have some concern about the success of WWE Network. Now with that, you take a look at the latest with The Rock. The Rock's coming in, built a Survivor Series. You think that they would go out of their way to present themselves in the best light possible, but instead they kind of squander the opportunity and thinking that, oh, just because The Rock is there, people are going to watch. And granted, people did. I mean, yeah, the people that knew he wasn't going to be into the second hour decided to come back later. But instead of putting on some shows that highlighted that and put their best foot forward, I mean, think if you ever work someplace where your district manager is coming, everyone's like running around putting the spit shine on stuff. Some people will come wearing their Sunday best. So when the district manager shows up and takes a look around, then he's going to give his opinion. He's still going to complain one way or the other, but he's going to see the store in a light that's presented favorably. I mean, granted, it's not the way it typically is, but normally people are there, they're making a presentation. It's like, this is why you should come to us. This is why you shouldn't have any problems in having to deal with us, because we're doing what we need to do. And I don't think they've done that with a couple of their shows. They kind of threw it away with some things. It's like, I would have taken that opportunity to put on the best programming possible for that. But for some reason they didn't. And the thing that concerns me with regards to WWE Network is that they're gonna need to place a lot of focus and a lot of concentration on that. Something I don't think that they have the capability of doing for the most part. To them, and it's no mystery, is that you got Raw here, everything else here. If you're on, I've mentioned this many times before, it's like Raw is the top, but then SmackDown, NXT, ECW at the time, Superstars, everything underneath has kind of fallen by the wayside because because basically it's Raw or nothing. And when the network starts, is it going to be Raw, then network? Instead of network, then everything else. If they're going to succeed, it needs to be network, needs to be Raw, needs to be SmackDown, needs to have focus on everything and attention given to everything. You can no longer say, oh, it's just Raw and then everything else is secondary, because that's how it's going to fail if they have that belief. Plus a thing that they wanted, if they're going to want to have any success, they're going to have a direction for that. I mean, as you've seen with the general manager storyline, they just dropped it. With certain things like Brodus Clay, they keep mentioning he's coming in, but he's not happening. In order for the network to have success, they're going to have focus. They're going to have to back up what they're doing and have an end goal in mind. They can't change their mind on the fly every 2 minutes, because that's really gonna defeat you. Really serves no purpose for that. If you've looked at nowadays, networks will cancel you for pretty much no reason whatsoever. But if you look at the older shows, the older days, it's like networks gave you a chance to show you could shine before canceling you. Now, granted, WWE Network is going to be under their own bubble, but if they don't shine, then I could see them taking off and getting replaced by the Framing Network. All frames, 24/7. They have to have focus. Will they have that? I don't know. I could only hope for their success in the long run. What can I say? Second topic. Second topic here. Have you ever seen Ferris Bueller? Those of you who have can tell me what the last lines in the movie are. Something along the lines of, "You're still here? Go home. Movie's over. Go home." There are people like me that will watch the movies till the credits over, till the people kick you out. Why? Because not only do I like to give respect to the people that were involved in making the movie, but also have been possibility, as in most of you have seen the Marvel movies, will pretty much agree with me, is that there's something extra at the end. There's something that says, "Hey, watch me." It's like, for those of you that have stuck around me, here's your payoff. How is this wrestling related? If you're showing a show on TV, you really shouldn't have a throwaway show. None of your shows should be viewed as a throwaway show. You may not have enough viewers based on a holiday, whether it be Thanksgiving or Christmas or things of that nature, where people aren't going to be more likely to watch you. But if you have a show on TV, it shouldn't be a throwaway show. And those shows that you think are a throwaway show, you should do a little something extra there. Like do a title change or do some big storyline or things of that nature. I worked for an independent wrestling federation. From time to time, we did a show for charity here and there that was pretty much geared towards one particular audience. So we really didn't advertise. We really didn't say, "Okay, we're going to go all out," and we didn't really tape anything because most of our shows we did a DVD, like most independent wrestling federations do. But it wasn't put on DVD. It wasn't really promoted that much. It was just in an internal capacity for who we were doing it for. So we went, had a show, and called it a day. But the shows that we did tape, something would happen. And pretty much what I'm saying is that you should give your audience a reason to be upset with themselves if they missed a show. If you're doing your supposed throwaway show and you do an angle where someone wins a title or there's this big storyline change and you mention it on the next show, okay, these people are like, "What?" It's like I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't think that they would do such a thing like that on a show when they didn't think many people would watch. So it means I gotta watch it more. I gotta pay attention to this stuff because you never know when things are gonna happen. Like I say, if you have a TV show on the air, it's not a throwaway show. You may not get as much viewers, but you should never perceive it as a throwaway show. That's when you should start doing some surprises in there. Some little angles. Little things that make people wish they had watched the show. And will make people want to search out finding that show, either via your on-demand things or website or things of that nature. Never have a throwaway show. Give your audience a reason to watch, or give them a reason to regret not watching at all. It's like they say, if you missed the ECW November to Remember, it'll be a regret you won't forget. Simple as that. Like I said, I hope you people have had a great Thanksgiving. Christmas is coming up around the corner. PW Insider has an Amazon Superstore. Buy some stuff from there. Put some money in their pockets. And give the gift of giving to relatives and friends and family, people that you know. If you want to drop me a comment, feel free to do so. You can email me at agourier@yahoo.com. You'll see a graphic appear You can find me at Facebook at Albert Gurria, or you can follow me on Twitter. I've embraced that. Follow me at Slammin Synapses. If you like what you see, tell a friend. Tell 20. Tell 100. Just share me. I have no problem with that. If only one of you, like I said many times before, if only one of you is viewing me, that's all that matters. Because one person gave a little bit of time to see what I was about. Now my hope is to expand and grow on that, so that I could be the iJustine of the YouTube world. Likely hopeful situation, but yeah, if you like what you see, share me. Tell a friend. If for the things that I submit through Twitter, retweet me. I don't mind. I decided to jump full in Twitter and embrace it. Although, granted, you're not going to see like little logos at the bottom saying WWE Raw or I'm trending this, because if I top trend, yeah, that'll be the time of day. But that's not what I'm after. So don't get that impression. Would be nice, but don't get that impression. But yeah, you can follow me there, Facebook, things of that nature. Just drop me a comment. Be more than happy to read them. Do read comments that are given to me from time to time. So if you don't want me to read it, just let me know. But share with me your thoughts. I think I'm done rambling. Coming up later on in December through Facebook and Twitter, I'm going to be going over the top 5 viewed segments that I have, although granted my daughter did like watching a few of them, so those have added to views to it, but I'm going to give you the top 5 segments in order of popularity, so stay tuned and keep watch for that. Not sure what I'm going to be doing next week in terms of a segment, so stay tuned. I may put up a topic next week on Facebook, or if you want to drop me a comment, feel free to do so. Well, most of my previous segments have come through suggestions of people like you that are viewing me, so I think that's going to be about it. So for Albert Gurria, this is Slammin Synapses. So you can see you next time. So long from ringside, and good night, everybody.